Alright everybody, we're here with ferrets. How you been, ferret?
Oh boy.
Oh boy? You been oh boy?
Oh boy.
You been oh boy?
Oh yeah.
Getting in trouble at work?
No.
No? That'd be a change. Hey, guess what we're going to talk about? Straight off the bat.
What's that?
Concord. Have you been playing Concord, ferrets?
You know, I've been playing this so much I got 30 hours on it already.
Ah, yeah. What's your favorite character?
I couldn't tell you because I don't play it.
To be honest, I don't think anyone is actually playing it. Well, not many at all, that's for sure. So Concord lead character designer claims developers are strapped in and ready to push it for years to come. We're going to get years of Concord. I'm going to be able to renovate my house with all the money I make off these ads. Because, you know, all the videos I'm going to be making about how the years to come of Concord is going to be shit. But at the end of the day, obviously, Concord dies out of the gate. Release date peaked concurrent player count on Steam is 70% less than the game's open beta. And then, obviously, the Concord devs reportedly removed the LGBTQ plus tag from Steam after the game's release and abysmal, terrible player counts. So, I don't really know if they're going to be pushing it for years to come. I don't know, Ferrets. What are your thoughts? Do you reckon we're going to get years of Concord?
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
110%.
Yep, me too. But yeah, obviously at the end of the day, in an interview with PC Gamer, Winitsky touted the game stating, Concord has so much humanity and depth to it, I really hope people give it a shot. Because when I play a first-person shooter, that's what I care about. Humanity. I care about a game where I run around shooting people has a bunch of humanity to it. He added, insanely proud of the game. We're strapped in. We're ready to push it for years to come. It's unlikely the game will be around for years to come, given the game's concurrent player base counts during its early access beta and open beta, when players were able to play the game for free before it hits the store for $40. The early access beta had only peaked concurrent count of 1,124 players. Although I did see it up around the 2,000. That's for access for the beta. When the game went into open beta a week after early access beta, the concurrent player count did not increase significantly. It peaked at 2,388. So, even when the game was free and it didn't cost you anything to play it, the most they could get was 2,388 players. So, keeping that in mind, what do you reckon is the current player base of Concord right now? If you had to guess first.
50,000?
50,000? Oh, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, try 500.
That's kind of not what I was expecting at all.
No, and to be honest, I don't know if that... Let me double check that with Steam DB info. Let's see what the current count is right now. Site can't be reached. Really? There it is. Alright, so Concord. It's asking me to prove that I'm human. I can't do that. I'm not human. But yeah, at the end of the day, I've seen it around the 500. I believe it's around the 200 now. But they've gone through and they've removed the LGBTQ plus tags from Steam after the game's abysmal, terrible ratings. Now, it's not sure if this was actually removed by the devs or if it was removed by the person, because you can suggest tags and maybe someone removed the suggestion. But it's definitely been removed from the tags. Someone was saying here, you can see it's politics, political sim, action, colourful, FPS, where it was listed as in LGBTQ+. And as you can see in the list of images here shared by Grums, the LGBT tag was on the top of the list but has been removed. So now it's after they removed the LGBT tag, and the counter has hit from 700 concurrent players down to 258. So it's not doing too good. Now, obviously, the former Concord dev has as maligns critics as talentless freaks, as game fails to hit 700 peak concurrent players. Although, like I said, now it's down to around 200. And the Concord player count declined by 42% after the first weekend. So Firewalk Studios Concord has had one of its worst launches of the year, and is getting even worse for the game as players count has declined by over 42%. Right now, according to this screenshot, there's 188 players playing the game. So, okay, maybe I can actually do it. Hang on, here we go. Concord. 3 hours ago, in-game currently 116 players. Holy shit, it just keeps getting worse. So, yeah, that is not doing well. It's really, really not. But yeah, what are your thoughts, Ferrets? Why do you think? Do you think we're just talentless freaks, or do you think there might be something else that's causing this game to sort of fail miserably?
I mean, obviously it's a failing because everyone's hating on it.
Yeah, no one wants to play this game.
I don't say why not. It sounds very fun.
Yeah, and you know, I love the plus size character that's literally a tank, quite literally, and moves about as fast as a fat cop running after a donut. You know, I love all the different minorities that we have as hosts and as heroes to play with. My personal favorite is the alien that looks like she's got a mushroom on her head. You know, like I really can't understand why people wouldn't want to play this when, yeah, it's crazy. But I don't know. Yeah. Anything else we want to add on to Concord? You know, or we just want to sort of like close the coffin, bury it, and you know, at least for this week.
Here I thought it was already buried. Okay.
Pretty much. Alright, let's jump on to the next thing. So, Dustborn. Oh boy. Dustborn developers appear to confirm the game features are stolen assets. Disparages men and threatens to push gay agenda in video games.
Uh-huh.
Do they wonder why these games aren't selling, bro? Like, seriously. Like, yeah. Following Dustborn's catastrophic launch on one of the game's developers, who uses the name Thea Berg, appears to confirm the game used stolen assets from Grand Theft Auto, disparaged men, and threatened to push the gay agenda in video games. Dustborn launched on Steam on August the 20th, and the game hit a peak concurrent player of 83. August 21st, as of writing, the game had a 24-hour peak of 77 and just 19 people in game. Oof. Following the game's release, as initially reported by Smash JT, ex-user Hey Stick That Me accuses Dustborn and its developer Red Theater Games of ripping off assets from Grand Theft Auto Online. Hey Stick, that's me post on X. This is Dustborn's game has ripped off GTA Online, copying the apartment layout one for one. Paintings, TVs, rooms, and even the small garden are in the same location. So they have shown you here, right? So this is the room here, right? And this is the room here. As you can see, the TV, the sort of the stairs going up. It's too bad he didn't actually put the camera facing the right way, but you can see the stairs going up past this little mid-wall here, which is obviously over here. You got the bookshelf, which is over here. They basically just retextured it. Even the lights look the same. You can see in the future here, there's like further down in the background, there's lights hanging. But this one here is worse. You can actually see like here in the apartment, and then you've got in the apartment here. You got like the bookcase here. The bookcase is here. You got the wall, which is there. I'm surprised they didn't steal the piano. But at the end of the day, it's literally they've gone through and just basically there's like even people are saying like paintings and stuff are in the same locations. So if you look at the painting here, and then look at the painting down here, it's actually from what I heard, it's similar or the same. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. He followed up. He added here in an extra plus HQ screenshot. Since the previous ones were low quality, I took them from old videos since it's quite old interior. So here you can see here. There's obviously the bedroom with the table and the dining table and stuff, and there it is there. And then obviously you've got the chairs and the sofa. And what do you know, you got the chair and the sofa, and then obviously the fridges in the background and the kitchen and stuff like that. Here's another post he made. So like I say, going up the stairs, it's good to see he's actually put the camera right way this way. So you can see him going up the stairs. You go up the stairs. You got the TV, which looks like there's a TV there as well. Down here you've got this wall as well as over here. You got the bookcase, you got the table, and then the breakfast bar. Berg responded to the accusation, seemingly confirming it. Berg wrote on X, "This is the funniest shit I've ever seen. Dude, why do you care? Because you ripped off another game's assets, you dumb moron." Berg later added, "I'm sorry to inform that GTA users paid pre-made assets too." Yeah, but just because they're paid pre-made assets doesn't mean that you can legally rip them off. Like, for example, I'm making a video game. I'm probably going to have to go through and get people to do some of the assets for me. But I do wonder, is the assets that GTA used, were they paid, or are they in the public domain? Because that's a different thing. Following this, YouTuber Minimal Effort Live uncovered Berg's disparaging comments towards men, as well as Berg threatening to push the gay agenda in video games. So they wrote, I will put knitting men and sexy non-binary peeps in your video game, and I will never stop. Be afraid. I come not in peace. Cool. Good to know. How's your game going, bro? But yeah, it's not looking good. Like people sit here and they wonder why like people don't want to buy their games. It's because, well, they're shit. And because you're putting this woke garbage in your video game. So let's check the player count on that. In-game at Dustborn at the moment is currently 12 players. So, yeah. Good luck.
Pretty successful, huh?
Yeah, it's really, it's doing numbers like like Black Myth Wakanda. Like, yeah. But we're probably going to get a sequel to Dustborn. Yeah, it's that popular right now. I don't know, Fez, anything you want to add on to Dustborn before we jump on to the actual some good news?
No, I think we're doing pretty good.
Yeah. Alright, so Black with Wakanda soars to Steam's #2 chart, the most concurrent players of all time, and is still climbing. So, IGN reporter who smears Black with Wakanda developers says she's no longer on Twitter and has locked her account. Reset Era users get depressed after Black Myth Wakanda breaks concurrent player number record. The .esports Associated editor Tom Foley rages at Black Myth Wakanda developers and demands game include more diversity because they haven't actually played the game. Game Science reports Black Myth Wakanda sold 10 million copies across all platforms in just 4 days. The IGN writer who smears Game Science and Black Myth Wakanda calls for a boycott of game. Obviously that's not working. Previously admitted to hating white people. Oh boy. They just don't stop, do they? And the legal analysis asserts that the .esports Tom Foley defamed Black Myth Wakanda developer Game Science. So, the IGN reporter who smeared Black Myth Wakanda developers says she's no longer on Twitter and has locked her account. The IGN reporter Rebecca Valentine has indicated that she has left X and locked her Twitter account in the wake of her smears against Black Myth Wakanda developer Game Science completely and utterly failing. So this is the person who has gone through and actually quoted that or claimed that the Game Science was a racist when it came to or a sexist when it came to some of the things that they wrote. The problem was that they translated it wrong. Now, if you believe them, it was a totally honest mistake. Yeah, right. But at the end of the day, the people actually who do actually speak like these languages, I think it's Chinese, actually have gone through and actually translated it and said, well, no, you actually translated it wrong. So, talk about smearing. But yeah, this IGN reporter tried to smear Black Myth Wakanda by accidentally or deliberately, depending on your interpretation, by what they were claiming, and then basically tried to start a wildfire around Black Myth Wakanda, trying not to get people to buy it because of these false translations. Which obviously has worked well because Black Myth Wakanda soars to Steam's #2 on the most concurrent players of all time and is still climbing. So Black Myth Wakanda became available to purchase last night, and the game has soared to having the second most concurrent players playing a game on Steam of all time. The official Black Myth Wakanda account on X announced the game was available to purchase at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the 19th of August. Now re-embark on the journey to the West. Black Myth Wakanda is now available on PS5, Steam, Epic Games Store, and Wii Game. Confirm your destiny on the journey onwards. So they did have over 2.1 million players actually playing their game, and this is where they just keep selling more and more and more. I will check now to see what it is now, because I believe it's probably higher. Black Myth Wakanda currently players right now is 897,000. The all-time peak for the past 5 days is 2.4 million, and the 24-hour peak was 2.068. So the last 24 hours, they've still got 2 million players, which is damn pretty good. I believe it's only single player too, isn't it? Fez?
Which game?
Black Myth Wukong.
I think so.
Yeah, I don't think there's a multiplayer on it. But yeah, at the end of the day, obviously the reset era users get depressed after Black Myth Wukong breaks concurrent player numbers. So, you know, obviously the left is all these diversity inclusion pronoun people are obviously handling this success of this game very, very well. The Esports Associated editor Tom Foley raged at the developers demanding the game include more diversity, which is ironic because the game actually is pretty diverse. You have a whole bunch of creatures that you are fighting, and there actually are females female bosses and stuff like that. It's just that you have to get past Act 3 before you start running into the female bosses. But here's the thing. The women bosses that you fight against are gorgeous looking. They're not like these overweight fat people. So at the end of the day, like, anybody that's sitting there saying that the game's not diverse obviously hasn't really played it because they don't know this. And not to mention the fact that all the bosses that you fight, they're like, you know, like one might be like a chicken lizard thing, or one might be a, you know, like a shark cat or something like that. They're all these hybrid mixed like animals. So if you want diversity, you've got it. It's in these animals. Oh wait, what you actually mean by diversity is black people. The Game Science reports Black Myth Wukong sold 10 million copies on all platforms in just 4 days. Congratulations. But yeah, what are your thoughts on this Black Myth Wukong? Do you are you thinking about playing it, Fez?
You know, maybe one day, maybe.
I thought about buying it, to be honest. I was going to download the I've only got a 1080 still for the TI for the graphics card. And I must admit, I was thinking about downloading the benchmark just to see how my computer would handle it. And if it handles it fine, I was going to buy it. But yeah. All right, Star Wars Outlaw is out. Ferrets. See, this is why you haven't been playing Black Myth. Is because you've been playing Star Wars, haven't you? You can admit it.
No. But I've been broke actually, so.
A new ridiculous bad bug discovered in Ubisoft's upcoming Star Wars Outlaws. Oh, I thought it was out. A handful of players have discovered another ridiculous bad bug in Ubisoft Outlaws that sees the player Kaves slide across the game's map after attempting to stealth assassinate. Oh yeah, I've seen this. Ex-user Omicron13 shared a video of the bug writing Star Wars Outlaw needs a few patches to deal with the bugginess. Kinda hard to do stealth when stuff like this happens. Let's actually have a look at the video. Oh wow! Yeah, okay, that's the thing.
Alright, this looks like great gaming right here.
Yeah. The AI is just standing there.
Gives absolutely zero fucks.
Omicron 13 was not only the one to such bugs. PlayStation C size also shares a video where Verse performs a stealth attack and then immediately slides across the map.
Go get him.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty bad. So... Yeah. Sounds good. I can't wait to buy it and play it and slide across the ground. I don't know, what are your thoughts?
Yeah.
Pretty much. Kokodo senior editor Alyssa McCanty claims that she is moving forward with legal action against several parties. Okay, darling. Kokodo senior editor Alyssa McCanty claims that she will be moving forward with legal action against several parties. In a post to X, wrote, it's been nearly 6 months since my SBI report and the start of the GG harassment campaign. During this time, I've been gathering info and seeking advice from lawyers and can finally confirm that I am moving forward with legal action against several parties of the doxing, harassment and defamation. She added, I'm funding this myself, but will probably have to create a GoFundMe to help with the expenses. How do we know that was going to come? So here's the thing. I don't know if she actually has a case. Because she actually went through and encouraged people to talk to her family. I'm trying to see if they... Trying to find it. No, yeah, there's a post where she goes through and encourages people to contact her family because they will vouch for her as a gamer or something. I'm not quite sure. So to be honest, if you're encouraging people to contact your family, I don't know how you go making the argument that you're being harassed or doxxed, because you've literally advocated for it. So I don't know. All I heard at the moment is that she sent a cease and desist letter from to Kiwi Farms, which is ironic because Kiwi Farms is literally the place that will dox anybody, pretty much. So you're going to go picking a fight with a bunch of 8chaners. Well done. Congratulations. Good luck with that. But yeah, as I say, at the end of the day, when you're literally advocating for people to contact your family and stuff to verify that you're or whatever it was that she was claiming, I don't know if you can actually go through and actually make a case for doxing. But I love the fact that she says that you won't bully me off the internet and then runs to lawyers. And look, we've seen this before over and over and over and over and over. The first thing they do is they sit there and they act all tough. Second thing they do is sit there and then basically cry. And then third thing is pretend to be a victim. That's what she's doing. She's pretending to be a victim. When, to be honest, she was the one, I believe, started this. She went through it. Here's the video here, actually. Let's play this video.
I want people in the industry to be a little bit louder about people being mean to other people, and maybe say it's not a good thing.
Yeah.
Maybe say we don't want you around if you're gonna be a cunt.
Yeah.
And hateful. And that the games industry is diverse naturally. Not because anyone's making them be diverse. Because the world is diverse, you stupid motherfucker.
So that was the attitude she came out with when it first all started off. Like, are we surprised the internet doxed her? Obviously, I don't encourage people to doxing, right? Don't dox, it's bad. But, like, when you have this smug-ass attitude on your face that you, like, oh, I know so much, I'm so much better than you. Yeah, Kiwi Farms is going to dox you. Welcome to the internet.
And if you have a problem with that, come fight me. Physically.
So, and that's the point. She turned around and she said to people, if you have a problem with it, come fight me physically. She's literally advocating for people to go to her house or go and visit her. So I don't know if you can actually make an argument for doxing when you literally had advocated for it. It would be interesting to talk to a lawyer because, yeah. But, yeah, I don't know. Anything else you want to comment on this, Ferrets, or you jump on the next thing?
No, it's not my cup of tea.
Nah. But lawyer representing Kotaku, senior editor Alyssa McCunty threatens Kiwi Farms with litigations. The official X account for Kiwi Farms revealed that lawyer representing Kotaku threatens the website and its owner with a litigation. So, you know, here's the letter basically here. But, yeah. But anyway. Alright, Activision and Blizzard attempt to rebrand diversity, equity, and inclusion to inclusive growth as the public rejects wokeism. A leaked newsletter from inside Activision and Blizzard reveals the company has internally rebranded its diversity, equity, and inclusion group to inclusive growth in the wake of a public rejecting wokeism and the nearly all levels of society. Former World of Warcraft team lead Mark Kern, aka Grums, shared the newsletter from Activision's new head of inclusive growth, Casey Morissette. Morissette wrote, "We have some new news to share going forward. We'll be changing the name of our group from DE&I, Diversity, Equity and Inclusion, to Inclusive Growth to represent the dynamic and strategic working our team is doing to bringing inclusion and equity to our people, candidate, game development, and creative process across the business. This changes to us include blah, 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 blah." He concluded the adjustment does not impact one of our core values of championing diversity, equity, and inclusion, and work and value remains critical to our culture. So, seems like some people might be running a little bit scared. When after all these games just basically fail, it seems like they might be trying to rebrand DEI to sort of throw people off the scent a little bit. But then, to be honest, they're also calling it inclusive growth. So, you know, how much throwing are you really doing when you're keeping one of the same names? But what do you reckon they're changing the name? Ferrets? What are your thoughts?
They could be changing their name because they're getting bored. I don't know.
Could be. Could be. Alright, speaking of, alleged Rainbow Six Siege leak reveals wheelchair-bound operator.
Oh boy.
Fuck my life. I have to send this to a friend after we're done here. An alleged leak for Rainbow Six reveals the new operator will be wheelchair-bound. Jonathan Grant uploaded a video to YouTube that alleges that a woman in a wheelchair who powers up a robot will be upcoming operator in Ubisoft's Rainbow Six Siege for its Year 9 Season 3 update. The operator, Twin Shells. Oh, wow. Okay, apparently, yeah. Ubisoft revealed that the Year 9 Season 3 update will be called Operator Twin Shells in a preview for an upcoming reveal panel the 25th of August, which was 2 days ago. It's not surprising, or tomorrow, yesterday. It's not surprising that Ubisoft would introduce a wheelchair-bound operator that completely has made it abundantly clear its commitment to diversity, inclusion, and accessibility. The company's Vice President of Global Diversity and Inclusion, Ra Singh, stated, "For Ubisoft, putting diversity and inclusion at the heart of everything we do means providing an environment where employees can thrive, building open minds communities where players can connect, and creating a game that reflects diversity of the world we live in." Oh boy.
Interesting.
Yeah, we looking forward to playing as a wheelchair-bound operator in Rainbow Six Siege. Ferrets.
Oh yeah, because if you think about it, he can only move in 2 directions, forwards and back.
What is he going to do when they get to... Or he or she going to do when they get to stairs? It's like the dialects. The biggest problem against the dialects is staircase. It does make you wonder though, like obviously, look, at the end of the day, yes, a lot of vets are in wheelchairs, right? Fully get that, and full props to them for this. They have put their life on the line. But like, we're talking about them putting it into a video game. So what? Video games now? We're going to put wheelchair ramps in as well? Like, it does make you wonder how far the rabbit hole they're going to go. Like,
So are you saying that they're going to start? They're going to start to make the. They're going to start making their games the geek handicap that accessible in game.
well, it does make you wonder, right? If you shoot the operator that's in a wheelchair, are you now ableist?
That does raise a good question, actually.
Yeah. Or do you get an advantage by shooting from the wheelchair because you're more stable with the gun? Also, do you have to aim higher because you're sort of sitting down? So do you need to point up more? These are, burning questions that we need to answer. Yeah. Anyway, you going to be playing Rainbow Six with the wheelchair operator?
Probably not.
No? Oh, ferrets. You ableist, you. How dare you?
I'm already disabled enough as it is.
Well, that's true too, right? I wonder if I can claim autism. Alright, Capcom removes male and female armor for Monster Hunter Wilds. Will continue to offer male voices for female character and vice versa. Capcom announced they have removed male and female armor for their upcoming Monster Hunter Wilds game and will continue to allow players to have male voices for female characters and vice versa. During the Monster Hunter Wilds developer live stream at Gamescom earlier this week, Monster Hunter producer something, executive director at something, and game director something else denoted the game. At the beginning of the presentation, someone who is Japanese and I can't pronounce discussed the game's character creator through a translator. For anyone who sees this screen is concerned that there's a simplified character creator, don't worry, this is just for showroom floor demo version to make things go quickly. Yes, because that's what we're all worried about when it comes to your game, is the character creator being very basic. Not the fact that you're removing male or female armor and allowing people to have different voices for the same different characters. As a little later in the demo, one of the developers states, "You can see I'm choosing my armor here. In the previous Monster Hunter games, you had a male and female armor was separate. I'm happy to confirm that Monster Hunter Wilds, there's no more male or female armor. All characters can wear any gear. Oh my fucking god.
Yay.
I'm so sick of this shit. Dude, I'm looking into putting jiggle physics in my pirate game. Both butt and top for the women. We're not doing this shit. I'm sorry, I don't care. We are not making a fucking pirate game where you can have like male or female armor. Well, you can have like unisex armor. It's clothing will be male or female. There will be some stuff that's unisex, like when it comes to pants and stuff like that. But like, the girls are going to have dresses and, you know, and corsets and stuff like that. So like, yeah. The developer did not go into detail on how this will work, but it's not hard to imagine that male characters will be able to wear boob armor and bikini armor, with female characters wearing male armor. See, the male armor for the males I get, right? But like, wow. In Monster Hunter Rise, male and female armors were distinct and can be seen in the video below. I don't know. Does this make you want to buy Monster Hunter? Ferrets?
Actually, give me one moment.
He's buying it, everybody. He's pre-ordering Monster Hunter Wilds.
No, but I used to play Monster Hunter World on the Xbox.
So this is Monster Hunter Wilds. I think it's a new one coming out. Yeah.
Although I do have to say though, that blonde hair character,
yeah,
for this game is actually pretty hot.
Yeah. I have seen a few people talking about her and claiming like they made her ugly and stuff, and I'm like, to be honest, I kind of do that. I don't know. I thought she was alright, but yeah. Alright, anything else on the Monster Hunter before we jump over to Star Citizen?
Nope.
So, obviously, guys, Star Citizen, obviously, we do have a few patches that have been out. It is open to all backers. It is still in PTU at the moment. Obviously, long-term persistence enabled, replication enabled, server recovery is enabled. Starting is 15 million USC. Starting rec is 10 million UEC. Testing focus is obviously personal hangars and persistent hangars, freight elevators, storage access, hangar decoration, cargo hollow missions, and the blockade runner global event. There still is a few known issues, but obviously they fixed 2 client crashes, 4 server crashes, and a hybrid service crash. Now this is the patch from yesterday. I don't think there was one from today. I don't think. But yeah, at the end of the day, 26th, so yesterday, yeah. But at the end of the day, it is still in, obviously, PTU. I would expect it to go live pretty much any day now. I know we've been, a bit memey lately by saying end of the week, but it's maybe end of the week, I would say, maybe. What are your thoughts on 3.24? Have you been playing it much for it, or you're sort of waiting out for 4.0?
Kind of thinking about waiting out on 4.0, but if I get this a job here, I might not be playing a lot of Star Citizen for the next year. Which would be alright, because then that would give me something to
look forward to.
Yeah, so...
But at the end of the day, obviously, look, I like the 3.24. I like the hangars. I like the cargo missions and all that sort of stuff. I haven't had a lot of time to play it myself. I've been busy making a game, or trying to make a game. Or at the moment, I'm building a brothel. But yeah, at the end of the day, it is interesting. It's definitely something that I'd like to play. I just don't have a lot of time at the moment. Obviously, also we do have a update for this week in Star Citizen.
It's not very exciting, let me tell you this now.
Well, let's jump in. Let's find out. So obviously on Thursday we have the lore and Inside Star Citizen, and on Friday we have Star Citizen Live. So Thursday is where is it? Thursday, Inside Star Citizen returns to the planets and moons of Pyros system with a look at combat gameplay between the three primary fractions that dominate the surface and the upcoming 4.0. That doesn't... I don't know. That sounds interesting. You're not interested in that?
Okay, well...
Reputation.
That is interesting, yeah.
Yeah, so that's dealing with reputation and stuff like that, right? And on Friday, you'll also find Star Citizen episode will follow. So we're not sure what is happening on Inside Star Citizen this week. Or Star Citizen Live, sorry, I should say. So we're not sure about that. And I'll obviously update that when it gets closer. Apart from that, yeah, I've got the hiccups now. Ship Showdown is still obviously going at the moment. So today's face-off is the F8 Lightning versus the Solon. The F8 is currently winning at the moment by a landslide.
Yeah, it's winning, alright. I just want the freaking F8 to beat the Terrapin.
So it looks like so they were talking about the F8 versus the FC, and the F8 won. Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, because the FC sucks.
Yeah. So looks like next week will be the Sprite versus the Terrapin, and then the Reclaimer versus the F8.
Ooh, that's going to be a tough one right there.
Actually, maybe. I don't know. I reckon the C1...
The F8 might win.
Yeah, so do I. I reckon it's going to be the F8 and the C1.
I really don't know, because there's a lot of people who are actually pushing for the Terrapin.
Yeah.
Mainly because it's a meme, and they just really want that meme to win.
So it's another bloody PTV or whatever it was. Is that it?
The MPUV thing.
Yeah. I don't know. But apart from that, anything else we want to sort of jump into before we sign off?
I do want to say one thing.
Yep. Oh, you had a story.
Oh yeah, that other one. But yeah, no. I don't think 3.24 will go live this week, and then I kind of like hope it doesn't. So my what do you call it?
Prediction.
The prediction would come true.
So what was your prediction for 324?
That it won't go live until September.
Oh, okay.
So we just have like we only have like 3 more days after today, because I don't know if they will push anything out on Monday, since Monday is a American holiday.
No, it'll probably... I reckon it's going to go probably live probably at the end of this week.
Maybe.
There was literally...
That would be funny.
There was literally no bug fixes in this patch from yesterday. So, you know.
I don't know.
And the story that you have, what's that about?
Right, so there's a new game that has recently emerged onto the open market
Yep.
and is currently in active development, apparently.
And what's it called? Sorry, it was
It's called For the Stars.
4 as in Four.
F-O-R.
FOR. Stars.
For the Stars.
Oh, For the Stars, right.
Great spelling. Great spelling.
Thanks. And
right there. Yep.
so what is this? Is this about?
Watch the video and see.
For the Stars is a survival MMO in space. You might call it an open universe sandbox game, with the focus being on exploration and scientific advancement. We're making this game for everybody, for people who love survival games like we do, people who are fascinated by science fiction and space, and want to see what would happen, you know, in that proverbial what if. What if this capability to go into space was real and it was here and it was now? How would it be different from what we expect space to be like? And I want people who want to explore that question to be able to join us on this journey. Survival is the core of Snail Games' pedigree. It's what we've spent so much time working on, so we know that genre really well. And ultimately, a lot of this has been coming to this culmination of a point where we can get what we think is the ultimate survival game. We have been working on some pretty interesting technologies to support what we're trying to accomplish, but we've actually taken a couple risks here. One of the areas that we're taking a risk in is trying to take voxel technology, which allows complete world building from the core of a planet out. We're going to have some planets that you can dig all the way through. Given that we're a realism art style, that's a really hard ask. It's something that other people haven't done in this genre before. Core mechanics of the game really revolve first around exploration, going out and finding all these planets, seeing what sorts of unique resources they have, but also what challenges you're going to need to overcome. And, you know, to do that, you've got to plan for it. In addition to that, we also have research and crafting, the ability to take things that you find on one planet and craft and research different solutions that are nothing like what you would find on another planet. One of the great stories we want to explore here is what is different about humanity once we have the capability of expanding to other parts of the universe. How is that going to change our identity?
So, alright, so the big thing I noticed here is that when they were showing off a lot of the artwork, it says pre-rendered here, pre-rendered footage.
Yes.
So, not in engine.
No, currently not at the moment. So, last night I was in their Discord and I was talking with one of the community managers there.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, this whole project is just now starting to get off of the ground. I mean, he said that it has been in development for some time now.
Yeah.
And they currently have over 150 plus developers actively working on it, but they're at the moment they don't have anything to actually show, and they don't have a name for their studio yet either.
Right. So, big question I have is what the fuck is happening with Atlas?
I have no idea. No idea at all.
Because this is the same studio as Atlas, right?
No. This is the. They are using the same publisher as Atlas.
Oh, okay. Alright, okay, gotcha. So, what other games have these guys made?
No idea, because like I said, they don't have a name for their studio, so...
Well, hang on. It is the same studio.
No, the... Nail Games USA is the publisher. They're not the developers.
According to this, they're both.
On Steam, yes, they have the name on there as the publisher because
right. Okay, because they
the
don't have a...
publishers don't have a name yet.
Right. Gotcha. Okay.
So, yeah, they said that should be coming up here soon, though.
So...
That's a movie.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I am concerned because, like, my whole reason for building my pirate game was because of the fact that I loved playing Atlas. But there were problems with it. For a start, with Atlas, you had to go through and collect gems and all that sort of stuff, and it seemed like it was more PvE focused than PvP, which was fine, but like, I don't know, it didn't seem to flow. It didn't seem to sort of, I don't know, it just seemed like, I don't know, it was weird, but I loved Atlas. I really did. You and I spent a great amount of time playing it and cussing at each other.
Yeah, I do miss it, actually.
But at the end of the day, here's the thing, is that Atlas has not been touched for a year. Now, okay, fine, it's a publisher, right? Okay, not a developer, publisher, fine. But, like, you know, like... I don't know. I want to see something a little bit more tangible than pre-rendered footage from Blender or whatever it is they may be running.
Yeah.
Because, but obviously, if you do have the link for Discord, shoot it off to me. But at the end of the day, I'll jump in and I'll talk to them. But I'll try and be nice. But you know, like I say, that's my big concern with it. Is the fact that okay, it's not the same publisher. It's developer. It's the publisher. Fine, but like. You know, makes you wonder. I wonder if they want to sell Atlas. But I don't know. Anyway, anything else we want to talk about before we jump on to? Is there anything else we need to talk about?
Actually, there are some people in here talking about the Atlas.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to read this. A lot of people are saying that Nail Games USA can be blamed for a lot of the issues with Atlas. I don't know all of the details, but I know that a Wild Card / Scrape Shop both worked on it at first, but then there were the issues that I've heard about that those two previous companies wouldn't share the code with each other. I imagine by the time Snail Games had acquired the IP, it was probably a coding mess, which made it very hard to fix a lot of the issues, like being unable to swim inside of a sunken ship, and and giving us the ability to loot them in a lot of cases.
Which where's this happening? Which general? Or?
A general chat. If you go to general chat, scroll up a bit, you can see that that was they posted yesterday around 12:54 p.m.
Yeah, it's hard because obviously I'm Australian, different time zone. But
no, yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, look, the pre-rendered stuff looks interesting. It does. But I just want to see something a little bit more tangible than, animation, Blender, After Effects, whatever it may be. But yeah, who knows? All right. Anything else you want to talk about before we jump off?
No, that's about it.
No worries, guys. Let us know what your thoughts are in that comment section below. Anything that we talked about tonight. Obviously, I'm going to try and start cutting up these videos and putting them up during the week, and then sort of relating back to the podcast. But yeah, I think we're up to episode 9 or 10 now. I think this is 10. We've done 10 episodes. But
so we should have done a 10-episode anniversary.
Wait till we get longer. But anyway, guys, apart from that, let us know what your thoughts are in that comment section below. Obviously, the video's been helpful. Please smack that like button. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. You're streaming anytime, Ferrets? Anytime soon you're streaming?
Got a lot going on right now.
That's fine, buddy. That's alright. And I do stream from time to time myself. I'll be streaming later tonight, probably. We're going to be making a brothel. And then probably some blacksmiths or whatnot. But guys, those are your thoughts are in that comment section below. Obviously, the video has been helpful. Smack a like. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. Apart from that, guys, you want to say bye, friends?
Bye, people.
Have a good night, everybody. Enjoy.